In this video, I want to talk to you about drama. So, earlier this week, I was pulled into this drama with several people, and my philosophy about drama is, and if you follow me, you know I've been reading about, studying about attitude, really trying to work on my attitude, really trying to stay positive, really trying to always have something positive to say, to be consistent with being the best version of myself that I can be. And so my philosophy is that I forget what you did immediately. So if you did something that's gonna hurt me, that hurt me, or supposed to hurt my feelings, or that was ugly, that I want to be able to forget it immediately. I want to be able to forgive you immediately. That I don't want to harbor anything. I don't want to carry it, to the next day. I don't want to, constantly be reminding you about something that you did. And so I think this is so pivotal because we often don't realize the impact, the negative impact that unforgiveness has on us. And I always equate unforgiveness to like garbage bags of trash, and how we carry, when we have unforgiveness, it's like we carry stinky trash on our backs. And so I don't have to tell you that garbage stinks, and just like that, unforgiveness stinks, and we carry it around us. We ooze it out. We talk about old stuff. We talk about instances where we were hurt. We bring up, it's just the way unforgiveness is. And so it is true what they say. Forgiveness is for you, is not for the other person. Forgiveness frees you. And so I don't understand what the purpose of unforgiveness is. Like, what do we hope to accomplish? Because we're mad about something that happened, because we are holding on. We think we can't make somebody be sorry. No matter what we do, we can't take it, make them do what we want them to do. We can't make them be sorry. So we have to be constantly mindful of, it's okay. We're all imperfect people. And just like they hurt us, we've hurt somebody else. We got to give people the benefit of the doubt. We don't know what happened before they got to us, before this incident happened. We don't know how we were, non-verbally or verbally. Sometimes what we say, what we think in our head, by the time it comes out of our mouth, it's not the same. So, we just got to be cognizant of, just like they're imperfect, we're imperfect. And so I'm thinking about is just like Oprah Winfrey said, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. I'm thinking about you're forgiven, you're forgiven, you're forgiven. And just like I want to be forgiven. I don't want to hold anything against anybody. I don't want to have any unforgiveness in my heart. It doesn't benefit anybody. Everybody suffers, right? Just think about you carrying around trash on your back for a week, a month, a year. Oh my goodness, 5 or 10 years. Think about how stinky that trash is, how everything is messed up because of that unforgiveness you're carrying around on your back. And so I think, I want to speak with everybody. I want to speak to people without using profanity. And I'm thinking, okay, surely I'm wise enough. Surely I'm smart enough to be able to say whatever it is that I need to say without having to curse you out, without having to use profanity. And then how silly do I look that every single time that I want to say something to you and I've let my emotions overtake me, that I've got to use profanity to get you to understand what I want to say. And I know for a fact that profanity, all it does is hurt both people. All it does, it doesn't benefit anybody. Nobody gains anything, because I think every time you use profanity, you want to, call somebody whatever, it not just affects them, and it affects us too. So it doesn't benefit anybody. For me, I want to see the best in this person. I want to see the best in them. I want to expect the best out of them. I want to see the best. I want to believe the best, and then I want to do my best every single time, no matter what has happened. I want to see the best. I want to believe the best, and then I want to show up and do my best. I want to treat this person with the utmost respect. And my goal is to show up being my best, not perfect, right? But just the best that I can be, so that I'm an example. So if somebody was to put me on Good Morning America, every single thing that I'm doing every single day, that it'll be good, that it'll be positive, that the light of God will be through me, that'll be showing through me. I'll be trying my best to show up and do the best that I can. And so what my goal is that nothing that anybody can do can rattle me. That is my goal, is that I want to be the type of person that no matter what happens, no matter what somebody says to me, that nothing that anybody does can rattle me, that I can choose my own responses, that I don't have to, that I choose not to be offended. I choose not to be sensitive. I choose not to carry my feelings on my sleeve. And I'm praying and I'm running to the word of God. I'm trying to see, every single day. I'm trying to say, okay, what is their story? What's their experience? But I'm running to the word of God so that if I'm, whatever I want to say, that I want it to be oozing with the word of God. I want it to be the right things. I want to be constantly thinking about is, how would I want somebody to treat my mother? How would I want somebody to treat my children? So I'm running to the word, because I know that if I'm thinking about the word of God, there's no way I can say something negative. They just can't be there together. So that's what I want to be thinking about. And so I want to understand. I want to seek to understand what this person is saying to me. I want to seek to understand their story, their experience. Because when we realize somebody's story, their experience, we see things totally different. We don't see it the same. It becomes more understandable when we start to hear what somebody's been through, their story, what's happening. And so just something to be thinking about today is, how do you want to show up? What's your philosophy for life? And then when people pull you into their drama, how do you choose to respond? Or if you're in your own drama, how do you choose to respond? And I think at some point we got to say, okay, enough is enough. I'm not going to act the way that I've been acting. There's got to be a better way, and I choose this better way to be positive and be encouraging and to believe the best in this person. No matter how they've acted in the past, I'm just going to believe the best, and I'm going to expect the best from them, and then I'm going to show up and I'm going to be on my best behavior, my best attitude. I'm gonna pray and be ready for whatever happens. And so, and not to let people rattle you, just knowing that you have a choice of how you're going to respond every single day to every reaction. You don't have to just jump off and say the wrong thing. You don't have to do that. You don't have to let people get the best of you. And so I always think about, with emotions, we cannot make major decisions when we're emotional, but also we have to make sure we step back when we're emotional before we do something that's irrational and irresponsible in our responses. And the only way we can do that is to step back, just take 5 and say, okay, I appreciate what you're saying, but I just need a few minutes, or can we talk about this tomorrow? Instead of being irrational and being emotional and saying all the things that you're going to regret the next day. So just something to be thinking about today is how you will respond.